bye week good for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's good for everyone. You just gotta get healthy and re-energize a little bit, and spend a little more time following an opponent, and kind of gives you a little bit of a excitement to get better at it.
This is obviously your third year as a quarterback here. How is the kind of hype and dealing with the expectations of the position? How have you has that changed over the years? Have you adjusted to that? Has it become easier?
Not really. I mean, I'm not really too active on social media and stuff. Just stuff every now and then, but I'm not really on it. I don't know. It's not really that hard to kind of tune it out if you don't try to listen to it, if that makes any sense. The only responsibility that it can change from freshman year now is what the coach is giving me here in terms of the workload I have with game planning and what I'm supposed to do in the field, but I mean, nothing really added from that side.
Being able to handle more of the responsibility in terms of game planning, how rewarding is that to be able to work yourself into that?
It's good. I mean, you understand more of the entirety of what goes into a game, and like I've stressed in the past weeks, months, is a lot of this is play caller intentions and what coach is trying to get done in each play, and how the chains might change or read, even though the defense has the same look. Where you're there are a lot. You find out a lot more of the smaller games within the game, the longer and more you delve into football. So.
You know Leo at all? Did you play against him in high school?
Yeah, I mean we've always, not in high school, but not high school football teams, but we've always played against each other in 7-on. We kind of are at camps together, and most people kind of know each other in the Southern California area.
So what did you think when you saw that he ran for 327 last week?
I mean, it's impressive. It's awesome. I mean, I think our defense has the talent, and it's a good fun one.
Coach was saying that obviously you've put up some pretty great numbers. I know you said you give them all back to win, but he was saying that is kind of the thing, is that if they win, you get more notoriety. You thought you'd be a Heisman hype kind of thing. How do you feel about that situation?
I'd still give up all the hype. I would give up all the hype to be 5-0, because I mean, there's nothing compared to the year we had in high school when we went 16-0 at St. John Bosco, and I would give anything to have it again. Anything.
Do you look at any of these records you're setting, or the numbers, or ever because you're the stat list is Josh Rose and Josh Rose and Josh Rose, as far as records you're breaking and approaching?
You can look at that stuff after the season. I mean, I just know what's being true. I'm trying to get the point to it.
Not having Caleb out here obviously is a big loss, but how do you guys make up for that, and who are you kind of looking for to fill that role out there?
I think we got a lot of guys that are ready to step up. Austin Roberts is doing a great job, but I think a lot of what we've been trying to do is just keep moving on and look to a lot of the NFL teams that are dealing with a lot of injury issues. I mean, the Giants have got a lot of issues at receiver, and there are a lot of teams that are just keep pushing through and just find the next guy. I think the Patriots the other week had 2 active receivers on the roster, and they ended up winning. And you gotta find a way. I mean, you have 2 options: you push past or you don't. And I think we're gonna try and find a more positive answer.
So, first of all, Bobby and Alan Abrahamson say hi.
Okay.
I'm with Sam Dodge, St. John Bosco's broadcast team. They got a big game this weekend against Mater Dei. Do you keep track of Bosco ever in your spare time? I know you're probably a busy person.
Yeah, I mean, I keep more in touch with the people from Bosco, and shoot coaches a text every now and then saying good luck, and likewise they're always supportive of me. And we got a lot of Boston kids in the team, so it's kind of always high school football will pop up in the locker room every now and then as a topic of conversation.
Was there any jawing on the field with Shea Fields or Jacob Collier?
Not too much. Jacob actually came up to me and said what's up after one play. I forget when it was, but yeah, saw a lot of those guys after the game. It's kind of cool to see all your high school buddies kind of sprinkled throughout college football.
Awesome, thanks.
What's the linebackers? Obviously, quarterback containment is going to be a big issue this week. What's the linebackers' role in helping with that?
We're all involved in it, all 11. Leveraging the football, covering the football, and more importantly, tackling in space. I mean, there'll be some things where we got some concepts where the linebackers will be involved in that, but collectively, it's all 11. That's something that we've been emphasizing all week.
Do you think the linebackers took a step forward against Colorado?
Yeah, they're getting better. Yeah, they're getting better. I think having Kenny back out there helps us. We reshuffle some things, and then the emergence of Chris Barnes has really helped us as well. So yeah, they're getting better and better each week.
You mentioned the emergence of Chris Barnes. What stands out to you about that emergence that makes him so?
He just does what you tell him to do, and that was a big strength Jayon had. Jayon's as natural as they come, but one thing that Jayon did really well was he did exactly what you told him to do, and that's what Chris does, and that's why we like him. He's real dependable. He's really trustworthy, so he does a great job, and he's only his first year playing, so he's got a real bright future here.
How is Kenny being able to kind of flourish again back in that middle linebacker spot?
Yeah, that's what he does best. You put him right in the middle, and you see his range will start to show up. He makes calls, and that was something that when we slid him over, we kind of lost a little bit, and we put a little bit too much on Kenny a little bit too fast. But having Kenny back there where he's been playing for the last 4 years, or really the last 3.5 years, it was really helped stabilize things and kind of brought that calm back to the front to where you got a guy in there that can make all the calls, all the adjustments, because a lot of the stuff that we do is kind of a check with me type of deal. So you got to have somebody in there to be able to make those calls.
Nike's been playing on special teams. What have you seen of him, and what's the forecast for him linebacker right now?
Just keep coming, keep growing. I think he's getting to a point where he knows what to do. Now the next step for him is to know how to do it. Just in terms of the technique and the eye progression and the block shed, all that now needs to come in, and we need to bring it all together. His weight is getting down. He's in pretty good shape. Still a little off there, but we'll keep working him that way. But he's been doing a good job, man. He really has been. He's done a nice job on special teams, and I think getting him out there on the field and letting him feel the game is only going to help him going forward.
On special teams, what do you guys have to do to kind of break up something in kick return? I know Coach Moore was kind of mentioning getting something going on kick return.
Yeah, when Darnay's back there, we've been pretty good. He's one of the top return guys in the Pac-12. You see some teams start to bloop us a little bit, but I just think it's more or less the front line just making it go. And we almost had a touchdown last week against Colorado. We missed a block on a return there when Lasley was in there, but we just got to go basically 10 for 10 on all our blocks. So we just got to make sure we're doing a good job finishing our blocks and understanding the return and understanding our leverage when we do block people. But we got dynamic returners back there. We've been so close to breaking one all year long. And then having Darnay back there, again, will help us because he's obviously one of the top return men in the Pac-12.
Before the Colorado game, I think linebacker play was a little bit maybe less than what was expected. How much of that was Kenny not being there versus just some growing pains of working young guys in there?
I think they've been okay. I think there's a narrative out there that every issue that goes on with our defense is because of the linebackers, and I don't agree with that. It's a collective thing. And people seem to point. I was watching a game last night on replay, Alabama and A&M, and Todd Blackledge was talking about a play where Alabama had a big run early in the game. And he was blaming the linebacker. And really, it was the defensive lineman out of his gap. So a lot of that is it's a collective thing, and everybody, because they can see that, they point to the linebackers. They've been solid. Have they been great? I don't know, but they've been pretty solid all year long.
This is kind of the first time we've gotten a chance to see a lot of Josh Woods on the field. How do you think he's done in this expanded role?
He's done well. He's done well. You like him to be able to make more plays, more flashy plays, but as far as doing his job and executing what he's supposed to do, he's done great that way.
I think Pick told us a few weeks ago about the championship belt for the special teams dinner. Like, who decides that? And
the players. Yeah, the players decide that. It's based on the top point getter for the performance on special teams. So whoever the top point getter is, that person gets it right now. Q Lake has the belt. Good. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach.